Yo, guys, welcome to another Rebels Captor, aka Negativity with Success. And yes, today is the 15th of April, 2026, where we're talking about basically the stock market, the cryptos, your bond markets, the credit, the earnings report, everything that has to do with the stock market in general, how to make money, and how to simply understand it. If you like the video, man, please click like, subscribe. Yes, no, maybe so. Let's go. So, uh, today, what's happening is that things are making a turnaround actually today. As you can see now, here the S&P 500 is up by 1%, Dow Jones is up 0.66, and Nasdaq 100 is up by 1%, 1.8 actually percent. So overall, everyone is positive. They still brushed off the war. The U.S. war still going on, but now since now they started to negotiate, things have been like easing now. It's been easing and things have been much simpler now. So people are buying the bottoms now. As you can see, everything is just recovering. So in the American front, right, indexes, things are looking quite positive. And then if we go into let me just see if you can see here. If you can see here on the European indexes, these ones are just positive, slightly positive. The DAX, which is the German index, is up by 0.13. The FTSE 100 is up 0.04. The Euro Stocks 50 is down by 0.48. And then we're moving on to the other index, which is the other important index, which is the Asia and Pacific indexes. So this specifically is the first one is the Hang Seng. That's the Chinese index, Chinese slash Hong Kong index. That is quite positive today by 0.29. S&P 200, which is the Australian index, which is also positive 0.09. The Nifty 50, which is the Indian index, it's also up by 1.6%, as you can see there. So overall, the things that are keeping it positive, it's the major banks earnings report. If you don't understand what earnings report is every 4 months, every US company has to report, every public US company has to report how much they've made in the last 4 months. That's the simplest way of explaining it. So yeah, man, that's what's keeping the markets up today, right? The positivity on the earnings report, basically. So let's just jump into the other sectors, then we're gonna go into the earnings report, right? So that was just the index, right? Just wanted to show you the index. Then we're gonna go to commodities, where the oil prices is still up today. Basically, it's still up. Same thing, same. And as you can see here, the gold today is basically down by 0.13%. Silver is down by 1%. Copper is another one. It's up by 0.12%. Palladium is up by 0.64. Bread bread oil is up today. It was playing around 96 or so. And then crude oil, WTI, it's up by 0.15. Natural gas is up by 0.50. Then we have your heating oil. It's also positive, if I'm not mistaken, by 1%, 1.6 to be exact. And then we have your US coffee, which is majority of the coffee, by the way, comes from Brazil, the Portuguese speaking people. And then the next one is US corn. It's up by 0.87%. US wheat is down by 0.49. London sugar is up by 3%. and US cotton is up by 1%, and then US cocoa is down by 0.26%. So the only thing that is positive today here in the commodities is copper, palladium, oil, obviously, natural gas, US corn, and sugar. And the last one is cotton. So those are like the six. That's the only six things that are up today in terms of commodities, something you can feel, touch, and smell. So yeah, man, as you can see here as well, the oil price is now playing around 95, 96, 95, 96 on the US. No, this is the Brent oil. And then the crude oil is playing around 91. So it's also like 91, 96. Not so bad, but yeah, it's bad, but not so bad. So yeah, man, that's what's happening now in terms of those commodities. And then moving on to the other market, which is the cryptocurrency market. So this one, I have like a brief of what's actually happening today. I'm gonna go into detail with Bitcoin. So for now, we're just gonna read out the first 10 popular cryptocurrencies in the world, meaning that they are the most traded, and then the most traded and the most exchanged. So, first one obviously is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is down actually today by 0.14%. Ethereum is down by 1%. Ether is up by 0.01. I see there's some sort of correlation where like Ether and Ethereum and Bitcoin, when those two are down, Ether is up for some reason. I wonder why. Anyway, Ether, by the way, Ether is one of the biggest exchanges in the entire world, bro. They pump in a lot of millions. It's like literally bigger than the banks now, Ether. Somehow, some way. I need to find a story behind it. What really happened there. But yeah, man, these people are bigger than the banks now at this current moment. And then the most traded between Bitcoin and Ethereum is Ethereum now at the current moment because of that Bitmine story. That Bitmine story pushed a lot of people to buy Ethereum over Bitcoin. But that's a story for another day. And then the fourth one is XRP. XRP is also down by 0.02. And Bitcoin coin is down by 0.44. And then the USDC is not moving today. It's been at the same place. And the most popular one in terms of retail creators of cryptocurrencies, Solana. Everyone uses Solana now to create a cryptocurrency these days. Now that is playing around 83. 83. It's down by 2%. I wonder if it's gonna go to like 1,000 one day in terms of like volume, and also is it gonna dominate? How long is it gonna dominate? Like in terms of people creating cryptocurrencies. So any person now can create a cryptocurrency by going to like your Pump Fund and what's the other one? Pump Fund. Yeah, man. So it starts at Pump Fund. That's where it all starts, right? So when they start with Pump Fund, they all start with this Solana. So it'll be Solana to your currency that you created, whatever cryptocurrency you created, basically, just to make it sweet, short, and simple. Yeah, but Solana is a beautiful, beautiful exchange, man. I love it. I just don't know why people are sleeping on it. But anyway, and then we have Tron. Tron is up by 1.71%. Yeah, man, this one is the one. Tron is that cryptocurrency where everyone is using now at the current moment. In the last 2 years, people have been using it because of they can move anything. It doesn't matter. Like, no matter how shady it is, Tron will still still be able to convert your cryptos. So let's treat Tron is more like a exchange than like a actual currency people trade. Yeah, so you can go to Tron to trade anything, even if it's stolen. Anything, bro. That's it's a bit funny and shady and weird that people allowed it, and like your SEC did allow that. But yeah, man, that's another one. And then Dogecoin, that's the one Elon Musk is keeping alive. Dogecoin, he said he's gonna go to the moon. So Elon Musk's short story on on Dogecoin is that he's gonna go to Mars. He's gonna go to Mars and create Dogecoin as his main currency, right? Like how the world is using the US dollar, basically. That's what he's been kept on saying. Every single after every a couple of months, he keeps tweeting that part. But yeah, man, that's the one. And then we have another one here, the ninth. Nah, let me see. Yeah, the ninth one. We have Hyperliquid. It's down by 1%. I don't know much about that one. Hyperliquid. Yeah, but anyway, and then we have the rest like SED Leo and Cardano, and then Cash Bitcoin, obviously. And then yeah, man, that's about it in terms of cryptocurrencies. No, no, no. I think I have more on that. On the cryptocurrency part, right? The overall, it's showing that the market it's a modest gain in relatively quiet sessions, right? With a market cap of 2.5 billion over 24 hours. Bitcoin dominates, sits at basically like your 59%. So people are still using it in comparison to the altcoins you see mixing. So altcoins are the other nine coins. Or let's say nine. Let me not say nine, but like the other eight coins we just hear, like your Ethereum, XRP, USD, Solana, Tron, and etc. That's what's called alta coin, right? So yeah, man, that's been playing around there. So some people are still bearish long term on the Bitcoin. They're still thinking that it might go below 50. Yeah, man, on Bitcoin. So analysts are still predicting it to go to 50. But yeah, the price is still playing around that 72,000 to 74,000, 74,000 to 75, basically. Yes, that's where it's playing. And then overall, right, there's been a couple of hacks where there's around 482 million stolen, right? Due to like bugs and yeah, man. So overall, people are using cryptocurrencies to still steal money, obviously. But overall, year to date, people have stolen 9.5 million. That's reported on court cases so far, on police reports, right? In terms of cryptocurrencies in general. So 9.5 million. That's a lot of money, dude. You guys are getting good at this shit. Yeah, these hackers are getting good at this shit, bro. God damn. Imagine having like at least like 1 million randomly just staying in your fucking stick all the time, bro. But yeah, man, there's a couple of things that have happened. The Dutch, I don't know how you pronounce this. The Bosch, it's a Dutch German company. It's investing basically 200 million in Kron's parent company, Ether. It's a self-custodian Ethereum wallet supporting USDC, Bitcoin, and gold-backed tokens. So yeah, man. Actually, here's the actual move. Yeah, yeah, I found it now. That was the actual move behind the Ethereum today. Because of that, they are getting like they're getting bought basically. So yeah, man, that's what's happening there with Ether. So yeah, man, nothing has been happening ever since. There's a couple of cryptocurrencies you've barely heard of that are popping off today. The first one is I'm not sure if they are. If I'm gonna find them actually. Here we go. This one is one of the cryptocurrencies that's been popping off in the last 24 hours. the DAX Bitcoin. Look at that shit. This bitch is up by 18%. God damn. Yeah, man. So basically the volumes are up by 38 million. And yeah, man, it's playing around there now. And then the second one is this one. It's a cryptocurrency called EdgeX. Okay. HX, here's it here. This one is up by 7%. Yo, so yeah, man, that is one of the cryptocurrencies that are up today. It has around 208 million in volumes. It's up overall by like 13%, right? So yeah, man, it went even higher. The beginning of this morning, it was playing around 0.89. Now it's on $1 on the dot. Wow. Wow. That's a lot of money if you like put your money from zero. That's a lot of money. You made back today. And then another cryptocurrency that made up is a current currency called Gate Token, right? Gate Token, here's it here. So yeah, man, this is what it looks like. So every time someone opens a cryptocurrency, so it's going to be the name of the currency against what you created with. So it's going to be Ethereum, or it's going to be like Solana, or it's going to be like US dollar or whatever. But it's going to be the name and that the name of the token you created. But yeah, man, these are this is the one, Gate Token. And another one is called Pancake Swap. Pancake Swap. So this one, Gate is up. I forgot to say that. Gate is up by 4%. So this one is called Cake. Pancake. I mean to say. Against the Indian rupee. Yeah, man, that's another exchange that's been killing it. It's up by 1.78. Oh, sorry, by the way. Yeah, man, and then we have a last one is called Midnight. Midnight. Here we go. So that's another cryptocurrency that's up today. Now it's only up by 0.72. Yeah, but yeah, man, that was up today heavily. So yeah, that is about it actually in terms of cryptocurrencies. I just explained literally everything that's been happening there. Yeah, in terms of cryptos, a short, quick summary of the winners. There are losers, other losers on the cryptocurrencies. There's a crypto called Siren. That was down 9%. Layer Zero, which is another one down by 7%. WorldCoin is down by 6%. And then the last one is called Dash. It's down by 5%. Those were the coins that were down. So that's the up and down. And then we're going to move on to the favorite, which is the bond markets. Yeah, I'm going to go back to the biggest winners and losers in the stock market, right? I just wanted to go through basically a summary of like everything first, and then I'm going to go back to the stock market, because the stock market is like a never ending drama. It's like politics. It never ends, bro. There's always something. So yeah, man, I'm gonna go to the bond market. Fuck, what am I doing now? Sorry, let me see. So the bond market. So yeah, man, we look at only 4 of the most important things, which is the 30 year, the 20 year. Okay, say the 20 year, the 10 year, the 5 year, and the 2 year. Those 4. So the 30 year, the 10 year, the 5 year, and the 2 year. Those 4. Well, you can also squeeze in 20 year in your spare time, if you like to follow them. So the bond market is a market that is bigger than the stock market in general. It puts pressure on the stock market. So yeah, man, as you can see here today, you can see the 30-year is at 4.8. It's up by 0.16%. The 10-year is at 4.2. It's up by 0.28. The US 5-year is at 3.8, yes, 3.8. It's up by 0.28. And then the 2-year is up by 0.16%. So, a brief summary and just to explain what's really happening here, right? Bonds are called fixed market incomes, right? Fixed markets, right? Um, so they've delivered basically a income-driven return so far this year. So meaning that people have been getting those dividends. Yeah, man. So those dividends they've been getting every single month. So the combination of starting yields and a stable to a slightly higher treasury yields, right? And resilient corporate fundamentals. First one that's pushing it, corporate fundamentals, which is like are the company's positive and negative, and strong assurance activities has supported the assets. So yeah, man. So a lot of companies, as soon as they get a lot of money, they do a thing called a stock buyback. This is what pushes these things up, which is the bond market. Yeah, man. There've been limited price increases because of the Fed has not delivered any aggressive rate cuts. So what is pushing it down now is inflation, geopolitical issues, issues of pressure, oil, and solid growth rate, right? Which has kept the expectation at ease. So yeah, man, there's nothing really dramatic that has been happening here. So the whole story is that it's a tight spread and high supply, basically. Ah, yeah, but yeah, man, that's what's been happening now. And if we look at, let me see here. So if you look at one of the most popular indexes, which is the Bloomberg US Aggressive Bond Index, right? Shit. Which is it? Is it here? No. Ah, fuck. They don't have. Where the fuck do I open that? Okay. So let me just keep opening that. So with that being said, right? The US bond market index, right? It has returned year to date, right? In the last, let's say 4 months now, slightly say let's say 3 months, it's up by 0.5 to 0.8%. So it's slightly positive, but further below the strong 2025 gains, right? Meaning that it went lower, but it's not higher than the 2025 one. So at the current moment, it's happening now, right? And then high coupons and income have been the main driver. Price gains have been muted because of yields haven't fallen meaningfully. Treasuries and bond indexes have been ranging amongst economic resilience and volatility from geopolitical issues. So those are the two things that are pushing it. So it's the corporate, what you call these corporate returns, basically corporate returns, and yeah, man, that's what's pushing it right now. Just to make it sweet, short, and understandable. If you don't understand, please let me know, and then we'll run it through. We'll run it back. We'll run it back. And then the other most important thing that goes in hand with the bond market is the credit market. Everyone at this current moment is talking about the credit market on the news, on the fucking earnings report with the banks. So everyone is worried about the credit market today because of it seems that like a lot of people are defaulting on their loans, basically. So yeah, man. Just to summarize, what is happening now is that it's very active and liquid with strong technicals, but tight valuations, right? So the first one we're going to look at is the investments, right? Let me see here. The credit market. How do we measure that again? Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. My brain is switched off today. uh, okay. Okay. I guess we can look at these. So yeah, man. So that's what's happening now. So on the credit front, is that basically there's been volumes of high investment grade tied to AI and data center and merge and acquisitions rebounding, right? Which in return increases the high yields as well, basically, right? With that being said, right, it means that people are borrowing more for AI technologies and data centers and mergers and acquisitions. Basically, so far they've borrowed close to $775.2 billion. That's how much people have borrowed so far in correlation to those topics. And so far, the trading volumes on that, it's currently sitting on 71.4 billion. So the injection, right? 71.4 billion in March alone. People are injecting, they're injecting money. And so far, the outstanding is currently sitting on $11.5 trillion, which is up by 3.5% year to year. And then, as we can see here, yeah, man, just to make it simple, let me summarize it this way. With AI related borrowing costs, right, for hyperscalers like your Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, and etc., reshaping the IG index and increasing concentration risk. So there's more mergers and acquisitions refinancing are added, but fundamentals remain strong, like your earnings and balance sheet for people. So high yields have seen the modest spread widening in spots, but nothing dramatic that is happening today. And then the other worry was just the public credit, right? Public credit is all driven to AI basically, and then private credit, it's still continuing to be strong actually. I'm trying to open a chart. Let me see. Let me see. Let's say private credit on. Let me see. Private credit US. Chart. Let me see chart. Let me see chart. Uh, okay. Is that gonna open? I just wanted to open the fair. There we go. 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 So yeah, man, this is where you look at in terms of credit in general, of the defaults and etc. So this is what we're looking at here. So yeah, man, total private credit to non-financial sectors: China, India, United States, Canada, United States again here. So I'm looking for the one in United States in percentage of the GDP. So yeah, man, that's the chart right now at the current moment, what it's looking like now. But this one is not updated for some fucked up reason. Oh, but here it is. Yeah, no, this one's fucking outdated, dude. Yeah, man, this is hella outdated, but it's fine. At the current moment, with that being said, is that it still shows, as you can see, it still shows a positivity. But they will update it maybe in a couple of days. But U.S. direct lending has hit $1 trillion. Private credit under asset under management hits $3.5 trillion, meaning the banks are gonna keep making. The banks did make a lot of money from doing that. Just to make it simple, basically, they did give out a lot of money. They gave out 1 trillion, but now their private their private asset under management has $3.5 trillion. So it's like one of those things where people are still borrowing to make more investments or more trades or more whatever it is that they use for their money. As long as they can pay it back, that's the most important part. It doesn't matter what they do with their money, but as long as they pay it back, that's the key factor. And then deal volumes and countdowns shows that bigger deals have been delayed and lenders apply for more scrutiny, especially in the software sectors. So that's why the software sectors are getting fucking raped with no Vaseline, bro. The yeah, man. Let me show you one company to be specific. It's called Workday. Workday is getting fucking hammered, dude. But it should be positive at some point. But yeah, man. Companies like Workday and etc. So those are like big companies that need loans for operational expenses. So yeah, man. So this shift of buying power moved towards lenders now. So guys like these, they don't have money like that anymore. And then you have like your let me see, how can I explain this better? So just to summarize it is that we're still seeing a strong demand basically from retail and wealth funnels so far and institutions in terms of private credit, right? Yeah, man, people are still borrowing even if they are kind of getting punished in terms of the inflation part and the gas prices and etc. So but yeah, man, just to summarize it, everything is still looking positive in terms of credit. Credit is still strong. Loan and deposits are still growing. Health and then healthy consumer balance sheets are still pumping. People are still pumping. So yeah, man. In terms of the debt world, debt is still running the fucking world at the current moment. Even the fucking U.S. Even the U.S. itself is in debt. That's how much debt runs the world. Yeah, man. Oh, but here's one. As you can see on this one, if you read that properly, it's called this chart, the total credit to private non-financial sectors, right? So this one is currently sitting on 140, right? Which is very high. Let me see if it's gonna say 2026. I don't think there's a report for 2026 as yet. Yeah, there's no 2026 as yet. So yeah, man, this one is sitting on 140 at that time, which was 2025. 140, meaning that all their borrowers combined, it means that they don't have enough money. So at the current moment now, it shows that like the United States does not have enough money to pay back their loans. So they're just using like your reputation. They're using basically their reputation to borrow more and still promising that in the future they'll be able to pay off. But yeah, man, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Like economics would say, like that the US dollar is gonna collapse completely. That's utterly nonsense. Because of the US market is at the highest. It's at the highest, first of all, in terms of like it's still more the most traded. First of all, the United States is the most traded market in the world. Second of all, the US dollar is still the most bought currency in the world. The financial markets are in the United States, meaning that anyone in the world can still buy into the United States in comparison to the rest of the world. Meaning that it's still fine. It's not like the economists like to exaggerate like it's the end of the dollar. Those YouTube channels, bro. It's like calm down, dude. It's not even close, bro. It's not even close. I understand there was one philosophist who did uh write a book about that and saying that the US dollar is gonna collapse. I respect him, which is a guy named Ray Dalio. Respect that guy very well, man. But yeah, man, what he's saying could happen, but not at the current moment. Not at the current moment. Even the U.S. fucking military is at the peak, bro. It's at their peak. Like no other fucking country can go into the United States and try to fucking. You understand, brother? You understand? Nothing like that is gonna happen anytime soon. But yeah, those like four factors make makes it why the US dollar won't collapse anytime soon. But we might find out that in terms of like rotation rate, where like you see when your people used to use Instagram a lot, but now they use TikTok even more. But yeah, man, that's about it so far. I'm gonna summarize. Let me see here. The earnings report. So the earnings report, as usual, is what the most companies have reported in the last 4 months. As you can see here, JP Morgan. No. Let me just show you now. Goldman Sachs. Goldman today did report earnings. Wait, just give me a second.